All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the AuraCanfieldshow, the Awaken to Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring you tools, resources, support, information, wisdom, speakers, guests who can assist us in elevating and raising our vibration and frequency for ourselves, the planet, the collective, and really give us tools and support to thrive in our lives. Right. So, we are not meant to suffer or struggle. We are truly meant to thrive and live joyous lives. And that is my deepest wish and desire and intention for all of you for this platform and everything that I do. So thank you so much for watching, whether it's live or on the replay. If you're on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel. We do mostly live shows on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Fridays as well. So please join us and enjoy the shows, the processes, the wisdom, the energy healing, whatever it is that we're going to do, right? Whatever we bring forward on the show. So I'm so excited because today my dear friend Madelina Light is here with us for the first time. She's a bit nervous, but I told her, you know what, we're just among friends. We're just having a conversation. So please, please be kind, please be gentle. And today we are going to be talking about transmuting the original wound of separation and activating your divine soul spark. And some of what we're going to cover on the call today with Madelina includes talking about what is the original wound of separation, how does it manifest in our daily life, what are the common symptoms affecting us at the physical, emotional, mental, and soul spirit level, why we want to transmute it and how it will benefit us, and how to transmute and heal it. Right. So we're also going to be doing processes. We're going to be taking live caller questions. Madelina is going to be doing some mini readings as well. And of course, for those of you who don't know Madelina, she, like I said, it's her first time on the show with us. And she is going to be sharing a lot of wisdom, a lot of energy processes, a lot of techniques. And again, like I said, doing some scanning and some mini readings. She is a BioEnergy multidimensional intuitive, a Clairsentient, an Empath, a divine love, light, and sound frequencies transmitter and soul connector, a starseed, a wayshower, and an earth light grids keeper. She telepathically receives messages from the body's energy systems, the divine soul, higher self, the ascended masters, and benevolent spirit guides. Madelina loves to empower empaths and highly sensitive people to restore their bioenergy systems and realign to their divine soul frequency, so they could reach balance, harmony, inner peace, and have loving relationships with themselves and with others, reawaken their courage, their inner power and healing abilities, and remember and embody their true, authentic, divine soul self to manifest their best life now and thrive. So I just did something weird with my screen. So please do join me in welcoming Madelina to the show. Madelina, welcome.
Hi, Alara. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. And, we have a lot that I know we want to talk about and lots of processes, and we're going to be taking live caller questions. So for those of you who would like to work one-on-one with Madelina today on the call, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat, but most likely we will be wanting to talk to you. So if you can raise your hand, that would be great. So Madelina, let's talk a little bit about why we're here today, right? We are here to talk about the original wound of separation. What is that? And yeah, what is that? Let's start with that. I know for myself what that feels like. And it's like, this is going to be an emotional call, I think, for some of us, and it's going to be a very healing call for all of us. So please do share with us, in your opinion, what the original wound of separation is.
So the original wound of separation is the first wound of separation from the divine source creator. During our soul over soul, I am presence individualization. It marks the initial moment of our soul over soul coming into being as a separate thread of light, sound, and consciousness. This is a silent wound we all carry. And it's the core, the root cause of all the wounds, because that was the first time when we occurred the limiting belief that we are not one with the divine, that we are not all one, that we are separated, and we felt alone and we felt unsupported. Same like a newborn baby. A newborn baby, before it's born, it's provided with everything from his mom, the oxygen, the nutrients, and he's in a warm environment.
Mhm.
Think when it's born, it comes to a cold environment. He breathe by himself, and also feed by himself.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
it feels disconnected. Even because I'm a dentist, I have an example from from dentistry. The first permanent molar, actually, it carries a weak line. It's called neonatal line on its structures from the moment when the baby was born. So the process of mineralization was disturbed at the moment, and then the minerals wouldn't, so that line wouldn't have enough minerals into that area, and it's scientifically proven. So how the birth influence, how shocking the birth is for the body, and that's just one example, but there are many.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to ask everybody who's here right now, how is the sound when Madelina is talking? Does it sound okay or distorted? It's distorted. Yeah. Madelina, do you have like headphones, earphones you can put on? Because the sound is not very good for some reason from coming
I'll get
through.
different ones. I will get different ones, or maybe the sound is not high enough. So
It's kind of like warbled and distorted. Yeah.
Okay, I will bring new ones. Thank you.
Yeah. So while she's gone to get new headphones, what does the original wound of separation mean to you? And how do you feel when you are thinking about this original wound of separation? Do you even feel separate from the divine? If you can just write in the chat really quickly, how you feel about that. Like I definitely feel that for myself. And I think it's been really difficult, right? There have been times, where it's like I have this deep yearning just to be, closer with the divine and not be so separate. It's truly it is a belief, and it's a limiting belief, and it's truly a false belief, but it's something that we have all been programmed with. And so getting to the truth of that and clearing that and healing that, I think is going to be key for all of us to have more ease, and to at the same time to feel like we belong here, right? A lot of times we don't feel like we belong here. We don't want to be here. We just want to go back home meaning with God, spirit, divine, creator, right? But the truth is the divine is everywhere, right? We are truly not separate from the divine, even though we feel that, right? So it's a deep yearning, a deep feeling of loss and separation, but it's not real. It's not true. For me, in my opinion, it is a programmed belief, but it's not reality, I don't think, anyways. Suzanne says, my first memory of feeling separate is from my early childhood. When my mother left the house, I was crying, like something. I remember that, yeah. And that's what it is, right? It's like when I remember, I don't remember, because I don't remember my childhood at all, unfortunately. But I remember my cousin and my father, so the stories that they told me, right, was when I was little, I would just be like sitting, meditating all the time. Like I was little, like one, and I'm just sitting, just totally still sitting in my peace. And I never even wanted to get up and move anywhere. And then at some point, I lost that connection. I lost that feeling of just being one with the divine and just being still, right? Because then I think I was pulled out of that environment and, moved into, different areas. But for me, it's like that separation is, like I said, it's not real, it's not true, but we believe it, we feel it. And that limiting belief, that fear of not being connected and being separate from the divine, it's kind of like it helps us along the path because it's forcing us to take steps to deepen that connection again, to find that connection again, to be at one with the divine, with ourselves. So, maybe it's a planned thing, because otherwise, how could we, function in this reality, right? Because we would never want to be away from that love, that support, that grace, any of that, right? We wouldn't be able to function here and survive even, right? So feeling separate from God moves us to find that connection again and reunite with God. And that's what we're doing in this life, right? Reuniting with God, having that realization that we are always connected and we are one with God and that we are God. That's just my humble opinion. I could be totally wrong, but you never know. Anita says, I feel very connected now, but it wasn't always like this. Yeah, absolutely. And Karen says, feel separate from God most of the time, but less often these days. Oh, good. Please ask the speaker to speak slowly and clearly. Yes. And Anita says, I remember as an infant lying in my crib, I remember having a bad dream and I was very upset, but nobody came to comfort me. Yeah, I just can't imagine. Oh my goodness. Like in the olden days, that was how they raised children, by not running to them right away, not giving them comfort, letting them cry it out, blah, 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 which is like, I don't know. I never did that. I could never do that. I'm like, 5 seconds, like, okay, I gotta go and see my baby. Even now, I'm like that. It's like the dogs are barking for whatever reason, and I'm like, I can't stand it. It's like I have to go see what's wrong. My husband can just like tune them out, and I'm like, oh, how? I have to go check. I have to see. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Right. So, that reassurance, that support, that love. We may not always had it as physically, from our family, etc. But the love from the divine was always there, right? But we didn't know how to access it. All right, Madelina, you're back.
Yes, sorry about that. So I give up on any headphones. So thank you for. Thank you.
I think it sounds better.
Yeah, it's directly the computer, like microphone.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's much better. I think it was the earbuds or whatever it was. All right, so just really quickly, Cynthia says the trauma of physical incarnation before, during, and after birth into this life seems to have anchored in a program or pattern that has required many of my 61 years to begin to heal. Yeah. Oh, I hear you. I totally understand that. So that's kind of what we're talking about today, right? That wound of separation, right?
Yeah, we are just traveling back to our original essence of love, divine essence that we all like carry, and we just remember and reestablish our connection with our soul. And we are with the divine source creator, mother, father, God. And we all went through Earth school, and the experience that we had here, like we went through the experience of Earth school to expand at the soul level, to experience our senses, because when we are in consciousness or soul light body, like just a golden spiral of light, a drop of consciousness, we don't experience through physical senses. So we wanted to have a physical experience, and we created, with the divine agreement, we created this experiment that we went to separation, to separate more and more and more and more. And now we are at a moment with all the energies and light frequencies coming on the planet. We are at a moment of remembrance of our soul heritage, remembrance of our way back to our true soul essence, divine essence of love.
Yes, absolutely, we are. So the wound that we have, though, that original wound of separation, how is that, or how has that been manifesting in our lives? I mean, for some of us, we know quite clearly, you know, depression, body aches and pains, or body illnesses, etc., not being satisfied, always searching for something, you know. But what would you add to that?
So the main manifestation is an unconscious, subconscious because many here we are awakened, was an unconscious, subconscious, automatic behavioral pattern based on the core belief that we are completely separated from the source creator and from each other. And it is coupled with a sensation of internal voiding, that something is always missing. It doesn't matter how much we achieve in life or how much material things we possess. We are always feeling that something is missing, that it's something more out there. When we are disconnected from our soul and the divine light, then we always feel a void, and we always feel the need to fill that void.
Absolutely,
So
yeah, well said.
Homesick.
Hmm?
And in the day-by-day life, we might experience power struggles, abuse of power, relationship issues. It's okay?
I was just telling Timmy to stop barking. It's okay.
So in my experience, also comparing ourselves with others, competition, victimhood. We might feel victims of the other people or society or authorities or situations, or victims of our own traumas, limiting beliefs, lifelong programming, fears, and traumas that we carry. Some we carry through our DNA from other lifetimes. Some we carry through our DNA from our lineage, like ancestral lineage, mother, father lineages, and we, our soul decided to grow through them and help our lineages and grow and expand and resolve them. And as we do that, we basically get our light back, because every time we are traumatized and we believe that's our truth, and we get resistant, and we get reactive, and we go in our mind on and on and on about what happened. Well, we lose our light. We decrease our frequency, our soul spark frequency, like kind of decrease. We get less soul light in our physical body. So,
yeah, our soul light becomes dim, for sure.
Yeah, dim, exactly. It dims our soul light, and it does happen from lifetimes to lifetimes. So when we reincarnate, if we didn't resolve that trauma that we experience, then we come back with a dimmed light.
Yeah, absolutely, makes sense. And so one of the benefits of us transmuting it and healing it would be to increase and raise our soul light, right? So what are some of the other benefits of us transmuting and healing that wound of separation?
So by transmuting it, we also clear, heal, resolve all other wounds we carry. We live our lives constantly connected with the divine and our soul. We'll feel happier, healthier. We'll enjoy each other companies instead of running out from each other. That's I'm on Clairsentient and Empath and sensitive being. And what I noticed from my own experience, if you have an unpleasant experience with somebody and you try to isolate from that person, it helps for the moment, but then as you isolate for longer time, because you did not solve the problem in the first place, you don't solve the problem through isolation. So many sensitive and empaths won't go even shopping. It's not my case, but some won't go shopping because they are afraid to pick up the energy from other people and don't feel well. So if you hide your life, you don't carry on your purpose. And you don't feel better. And then the life will, your soul will bring in other situations, other people, but with the same issue for you to grow through it, to expand, to treat it in different way, to treat it with love, not with fear.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. You can't avoid anything. We have to work through it.
Yeah, from my own experience, isolation doesn't help. And it helps to associate with like-minded and like-hearted people. That helps a lot. But if you do not feel your emotions, feel your thoughts, feel your trauma, and grow through it, like transmute it, I'm saying, but you really have to feel it to transmute it. It doesn't go away. And the karma, nobody can clear the karma for you. Like they can help you, they can create the proper space or the proper entrance in your Akashic records, for example, but they won't be able to clear your karma. You are the only one who can do that, because that's why it's there. Yeah, your soul will grow and expand through it, and you will receive your gifts of wisdom, and you ascend and increase your light through it. And that's our path back to the divine.
So how can we heal or transmute that original wound of separation? Because some of us, we've written in the chat, we definitely feel it, we definitely experience it. Maybe not as much as before, but we still, have that. So how can we heal or transmute that original wound of separation?
So the first thing, you have to acknowledge it, like to acknowledge how it plays in your life, because it will play, like when we say original wound of separation, that's the general, the umbrella over all the wounds we carry, because that was the root of all the wounds we carry when we first buy into the belief that we are separated. And at the beginning, the soul still had connection, like when we were oversoul, the oversoul still had connection with the divine, but we lost the connection as we the soul split it more and more and more. We lost the connection. We now, when we are to the end of the experiment in separation that we live here on earth, now towards the end, we thought we are totally separated. And now with all the light that comes on the planet, it started somewhere in 2017, I believe, was the beginning. Like in 2017, I had a dark night of the ego that lasted a couple of years. And I would say dark night of the ego, because it resonates better with me than dark night of the soul. It's just we remember our true soul essence through our dark night of the ego. And then we were receiving more and more and more light. And in 2020, when we are well grounded home, we had time to rest. We had time to watch. Basically, when we weren't as busy anymore, we have time to reconnect with our soul reconnect with our essence. It was a blessing in a way, a blessing in disguise. It wasn't for people I'm very sorry for people who choose to transition, but that was also their choice because the soul chooses everything. So for the people who stayed here on earth, they had the opportunity to review their life, to reconnect with their soul essence and the divine. Many prayers. There were many, many prayers around the world that really opened the doors of heaven for us. Mm-hmm. Like when we all come and pray together, it has a very, very uplifting effect and huge effect for everybody else. So all the prayers were heard and we received more and more light and many awaken. Many, many people awaken. So we can create a better world for ourselves and for others. And one of the purposes and reasons we are all here is also to help to at this time, at this very important time, 26, I think, 1,000 year cycle, or almost 26,000, 25 something years cycle is finishing, and a new cycle is beginning, and the new cycle will be way different than this one. So we are at the end of the age, and beginning of the new age, end of 3D, 4D, like vibrational earth, and we open our consciousness to expand to 5D vibrational earth and beyond. So to live a soulful life, a purposeful life, a kind, loving life, connected with our soul, with the divine and with each other, and helping each other instead of living in separation in the 3D, 4D world.
So we've already started to do that. We've begun doing that, so a lot of us are already in 5D, 6D and beyond from time to time, not fully 100% all the time, but, we go between frequencies throughout the day. And so is that how we are going to heal that wound, is by raising our vibration, raising our frequency to higher levels?
Yes, first we acknowledge it, and second we have to return to our loving heart. Open our heart to love and acceptance for ourselves and for others, to forgive ourselves and others. Just know that we've done the best we could, given our consciousness at the time, and they done the best they could, given their consciousness at the time. So we have to come back, open our hearts and come back in love and acceptance, unconditional love and acceptance, infinite love, like not conditional, not like, oh, if you do this and that and I like it, I love you, and if you don't do it, I don't love you anymore.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Unconditional love, unconditional acceptance of ourselves and others. It's not always easy, but it's a process. It's a process, right? And compassion, I think, as well, right? Lots of compassion.
Yes, compassion is a big part of our open heart, to open, like a big important process to open our heart, to feel compassion. If we cannot feel compassion, I don't think we can feel love.
Yeah.
And forgive.
Absolutely. And the forgiveness, yes, we are forgiving ourselves, we're forgiving others, but in the process, it's mostly for us. The forgiveness is to loosen up our heart, open up our heart more and more. Yeah. All right. So I know that, I know that you're going to do a process later on, but before that, I know that you wanted to do some mini readings, but can you tell everyone a little bit about what types of readings you do and how that works?
I usually get my, I'm a Clairsentient, so I feel a lot. and I get my insights through feeling. I connect with your energy. If you would like to have a reading, I connect with your energy, and I feel where the energy is stuck in your body, your chakras, or your aura fields. And I get telepathic insights in regard with the issue you are going through, and then we do a clearing, or I share more insights how you can navigate through what you are going through. And basically for today, I would like to ask you to share with me like an issue, or a lifelong pattern, an issue that is you experience right now, or a wound that you know you carry, and you would like me to do a reading and bioenergy clearing for it. So I will scan your energy system, not where it's blocked, and then share the insights, and then we go from there.
Awesome. So any type of issue? It could be any type of issue?
Yes, any type of issue.
So it doesn't have to be physical, it could be emotional, it could be relationship, it could be financial, it could be anything, right? So
yes, it can be anything. Emotional, I had in my life all my patterns as a sensitive, empath, and clairsentient. All my patterns were playing on the relationship side and emotional side. So my soul chose to experience emotions in this lifetime and grow through them.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So if you do have a question or would like a mini reading with Madelina, just raise your hand. So I know that Manisha has a question for you. So Manisha is going to be the guinea pig. Manisha, you want to unmute?
Yeah. Thank you, Alara.
Mhm.
Hello, Madelina.
Hi, Manisha.
Hi, I'd love you to scan me. So well, I've had a few core wounds, and for me,
Okay.
when Alara, you were asking about separation, thinking in the beginning of the call, is it when I was born, more than divine separation? But for me, whilst the call was going on, I'm reflecting, and I think that the saddest, wound I have, I mean, it's quite profound, because I lost my mother 40 years ago. So for me, I think that separation is quite strong with me. And then over the years, I mean, I've had issues with finance, relationships, and I always think, gosh, yes, I'm connected. I pray to God. I wish that my mum was there. Sometimes you think, I wish she was around, to someone I could speak to help me. So for me, even now, I'm feeling emotional. I think that's been my wound when you talk about separation.
Yeah.
I think that's quite profound for me. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about your mom. I felt a lot of chill bumps when you were talking. I also lost my father pretty early in my life, and I even now I feel chill bumps. So first time when you start talking, I was drawn to your root chakra. So that will be the family and money issues that you carry, and I will check to see how much is blocked. I get about, just a second. I get 45% blockage of your, or congestion of your root chakra. And that's around the money and the family, for sure. And then I was drawn very quickly, as you were speaking, I was drawn to your power chakra. And I felt like your power chakra is very much blocked. I felt it very, very blocked, the power chakra, about 70% blocked and or congested. And I feel you have cords, some other people corded in your power chakra. And we should disconnect those cords, like feeding on your energy. And you can look in your life where you have power struggles in your life, because there is where your power is drained. You basically give your power away to something, to some situation, to some person, and there's persons involved also, because I feel a big cording there from your power, somebody corded in your power chakra. But I feel also that you give your power away, freely give it away. So a situation that is bothering you, it's really eating your peace, if I can say that way. So eating your peace away. So
how does that sound? 1 second. How does that sound, Manisha?
Spot on.
Yeah, I know. I was sitting here nodding. Yeah.
And last one is the heart.
Mhm.
And it's not the sacred heart, it's the physical heart chakra, like heart chakra. And I feel their wounding, lots of wounding due to your mom loss. And I believe that, like you said it, but also I feel the energy that if your mom would have been here, would have been better. However, your mom left, she has her own soul plan, and she left at the right timing for her and for you. I got chill bumps now. For you to get empowered. So if your mom here, you wouldn't have been empowered, you will always run to her for support. So when your mom left, as hard as it was and traumatic as it was, that was the moment that your soul wanted you to step into your power. And same I feel about my father, because I was 26 when he passed. I was young still, and my father was a big pillar of light for me. And when he passed, like, I couldn't believe it. And it was like, I had a very, very empty feeling then. And times I said same like you. I said, oh, if my father would have been here, this will be like that, and this will be like that. But no, then I got the higher understanding for myself that the reason he left, it was first him, it was his choice, and his life plan was like all completed. And second, so I can step into my power, otherwise I will always be connected and rely on him. So I don't know if that resonates, but that's what I feel for you.
So how can we assist Manisha and anybody else who may have those types of cords or wounding?
So you just bring love, shine your loving heart to yourself and to that wounding, and feel the emotions, feel the thoughts, the feelings that come out, and thank them and bless them, because they always bring a gift to you. Look, once you get the gift, once you acknowledge the gift, then you are free, then you are at peace, then you move on. Basically, my package can help you, and to come back to your loving heart. The process that we will do will help you too.
Yeah. So we're going to do a process a little bit later, Manisha, so please stay tuned for that. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alara. Thank you, Madelina.
Awesome. Thank you for being the guinea pig.
Welcome. Thank you, Manisha. We love you.
So now we all know how Madelina functions or how she does the readings. So it gives you a little bit more idea of, you know, what to ask, what to expect, etc. So Anita, you have your hand raised. You want to unmute yourself?
Thank you very much, Alara and Madelina. Even though I feel very connected to Source, I don't feel connected with my family of origin nor my husband's when he was alive, his side of the family. If I feel like I can't be my true self around them, I always feel judged, or when I, try to have a conversation, it turns instead of a discussion, it seems very argumentative. And I always leave feeling drained or sad or just discombobulated.
So you feel that with your own family here on Earth, or with your star family?
Well, my brothers and sisters.
Your brothers and sisters.
Or family of origin. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's take a deep breath in and out, and breathe peace, love, and calmness. And breathe out all the tension, and I will connect with your energy and see what I feel and what I get.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So I get immediately your crown chakra and your 7 layers of the aura, the etheric body. It's I feel a disconnection with the divine part of yourself, and I get that you might blame yourself sometimes, consider yourself less than your divine self, and that cuts your connection with the divine and with your soul higher self. Does it relate? Does it resonate in any way? So do you blame yourself, diminish yourself, consider less than yourself, like when a situation comes up?
Yes, because I feel judged. Not that I feel disconnected from the divine. I feel very connected to the divine.
So
it's the family members, the people, flesh and blood people.
So they are, as I'm talking, I will clear your etheric layer, like the 7 layer, and heart and crown chakra. So they have their own path. They might blame, they might judge, they might scream, they might do all sorts of abuse and things. But depends on yourself and your perspective on their behavior and your choice, how you respond to them. If you let them, their action get to your heart, and then you get affected by their reaction. You believe in sometimes you can believe that the judgments that we are covered with, let's say that way. So if you believe them, then they are yours. If you don't believe them and don't take them at heart, then you won't be affected by them. And so just know, each of us, but I just like to point that because it's important. Each of us has her own path of light. So they have theirs and they have their experience they have to go through and grow through and expand through, and you have yours. It's your choice if you want to participate in their experience or not. So if you keep a higher perspective for yourself, like let them play, like you let some kids play. You let the kids play in the mud and in the sun, and you don't get involved. Let them play on their part, forgive them. And I know it's hard when it happens again and again and again and again, but change the perspective on that.
Can I share a little bit? Can I just add a little something to that about the whole judgment piece with siblings especially?
Thank you.
Yeah, I my family's Indian, and we judge. Well, not me anymore, thank God, but my family judges. They are judgers, big time judgers, right? So I asked this question too many times, like, oh my God, why am I in this family? I don't belong in this family at all. I'm nothing like them, and they're always judging me for whatever reason. It's like I don't get it. But then I asked myself, why am I being triggered by their judgments? It's because somewhere in some lifetime, in some dimension, I judged. That's why I'm being triggered. If you had not experienced or if you had not been the judger before, you would not be getting triggered. So it is a perspective shift, but what it did for me, Anita, is like it reminded me that this is not my only lifetime, right? I've had many lifetimes. I've been and done everything. So if I'm being triggered by their judgments, you know, where did I judge other people in the same way? So it's hard to forgive. I get it. But then I try and forgive myself for where I used to judge others in some other lifetimes. I'll be really honest and transparent. I don't judge in this lifetime now at all. I've been through enough stuff to realize that I can't judge anybody. You know, so I do not judge, but I know I have in the past because I still get judged by my family and like, why? It's like, why don't they get it, right? So,
Right.
So there are still places in my energy field where I'm still connected to those judgments that I did in the past. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. Yes, that's
So-
one thing I've been working on.
So yeah, so I wouldn't focus on them at all, like which is basically what Madelina is saying. Do not focus on them at all. Instead, come back to yourself and say, okay, anywhere where I have judged other people in some lifetime, you know, I forgive myself.
Yes, I noticed that greatly since my husband has passed, and it seems like we're doing a life review, and where I had judged him, I could see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's normal to judge, right? And we're judging from a place of fear. That's the only reason why we judge is because of fear of some sort, right? And so when we get that and we just forgive ourselves, offer ourselves compassion for whatever we were feeling at that time, that judgment will lessen and lessen and lessen, and it'll be replaced with compassion.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
they are not at the same level of consciousness as you are.
Yeah. And love. It's very important. Thank you, Alara. That's really what I wanted to say. Part of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't
use. It's true.
I don't use the word love. I'll be really honest. Love is hard for a lot of people. So I just say, at least get to acceptance. Acceptance of yourself, number one, first and foremost. That's all you have to work on, yourself. You don't have to worry about anybody else. It's all about you. So just accept yourself and accept that, yes, I may have judged in the past. I did judge in the past. So, okay, cool. I did judge in the past. I'm sorry. I forgive myself for judging and accept myself that at that time I did not have the consciousness that I have now.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I think all of us are judging. Well, we're judging at a certain point in time, even in this lifetime, because we grew up on 3D for the planet.
So hopefully that helps, Anita.
It's a form of judging too.
Yes, that definitely helped. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You are welcome.
Blessings to all.
Thank you. Blessings to you too. And yes, it's hard. Yeah, we do. And sometimes we don't even notice that we're judging. but we judge ourselves. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't judge others, but I judge myself for sure. For sure. Definitely I judge myself. So I'm still working on that, so it's okay. I'm a work in progress.
We all are.
Yes, exactly.
you
So
are.
so Anita, stay tuned for the process that Madelina is going to do later, and that will also help you too. Okay.
I really appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Abby, you have a question. I think you would like a reading with Madelina.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, Madelina. I've been struggling with real nausea for the last sort of 2 or 3 days, and it's really sort of overwhelming. And I've got my abdomen's really sort of sore. It feels kind of raw.
For that, I would recommend you, if it's liver and gallbladder, I would recommend you to see your doctor. Did you see your doctor? You need to have it checked up, honestly.
Okay.
Really. Because I get liver and gallbladder. Do you hear me, Abby?
Yes, I can, yes.
Yeah, how is your head? Do you have any problems with your head? Like any dizziness or anything at all?
Yeah, there's been a lot of fuzzy, very foggy, not being able to focus, concentrate on much at all, and being very weak.
Because that nausea, sometimes people who have concussions, they may get nausea. So that's why I'm asking how you feel. Yeah, my opinion is honestly to check your doctor, to really have the checkup. And if everything turns all right, then we look in some alternative. Also, a homeopath will work.
Homeopathy.
Homeopath, Chinese medicine doctor, or your doctor, or 2 of them, like your doctor and the Chinese medicine.
Okay.
I think
So
you should check the
So
doctor.
I always say, whenever it's anything physical, always get it physically checked first, and then if everything's fine, then we can look at the energetic. But always get it checked. And I know you've had issues, Abby, with health, right, in the past.
Well, chronic fatigue has been ongoing for many years, but yeah, I just wondered if there was any energetic thing there.
So I get bitterness in my mouth, and I get a weak stomach. Check your gallbladder too, because might be a problem with your gallbladder. And what I will do, I will strengthen your stomach and clear the energy from there. And your life force energy in your solar plexus chakra, I will check it. It's about 50 percentage life force energy in our power chakra. So we'll clear the power chakra like solar plexus. Make sure it's both front and back. Make sure it's turning clockwise in the right direction. Open front and back. And with bioenergy and breathing, breathe into your solar plexus and upper abdomen, and breathe out to the solar plexus. If it's any dense energy, any emotion, any thought coming up, just see them circle in a bubble of gold light, and to let them flow out of your body and aura field. And I feel you lose power, like you also give your power away to something or somebody. Is it anything that bothers you, that you are continuous thinking of it?
that I'm continuously thinking. Sorry.
Mhm, yeah.
It's anything on your mind or heart, like something that bothers you, some issue that you continue think of that, because I feel that something draining your energy, like you give your energy away. Ooh.
I know I've done that in the past, but I'm often, been calling it back for a long time now.
Oh, that's nice. And send back the frequency vibrations that are not yours. So call back your energy, ask Archangel Michael and Ascended Master Saint Germain to help you receive back your energy purified through the violet flame, and send back with blessing and love. Thank you, say thank you, bless you, and send back the energies, the foreign energies that are not yours, and see them going through the violet flame. So the person who sent them to you receive them back purified, or send them to the violet flame to be transmuted in love and light. So take back yours purified, send the ones that don't belong to you purified. And then you should feel better after that. Do that daily. It's part of your process, but add to it what I recommended. Always send those that don't belong to you, or to the violet flame to be transmuted in love and light, or through the violet flame to purify them and send them back to who belongs, who they belong.
Could it be family? Is it family and ancestors? That's been huge?
Oh, okay, let me see. I get mother's side now. I get father's side a bit. Okay, there is some from your father's side, but they are not all from the ancestral. It's past life too. Past life too. Or you run a pattern of giving your power away to a church or an institution. I get church, monastery. You might have been a monk in a past lifetime, and you relinquish all your power and possessions. And even so, you took vows of poverty, of serving the god that monastery was serving, and the highest in charge there, the highest monk in charge there. And you gave your power away to them. And you have poverty vows, castity vows, and also unearthiness. Ooh,
How does that resonate, Abby?
ooh.
I didn't hear all of that, sorry. Couldn't quite.
So basically she's saying it's like you were in some sort of monastic order, and so you gave up your power to the person in charge or of the monastery or to the god there. And so you have vows, you've taken vows of charity and chastity, poverty, and something else, and worthiness.
Yeah, unearthiness, like relinquishing her power, like giving her power away to the god they were serving, and the monk in charge of everything there.
Yeah.
He will let herself humiliated. He won't stand for herself because
How does that feel?
I know I've heard things
Ooh.
around that before.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Can I also just mention that it was about 3 days ago when I saw a vision of some being pulling out something from my womb, it felt. And that's when this all started. So I wondered if that's the connection.
So you felt like a being was pulling something out of your womb?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and that's when the nausea started.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
just remember.
Did you see the being?
I just saw these hands come in and take it out of my.
I didn't feel that was, I cannot tell you 100%, but I don't feel that was something wrong.
Yeah.
I don't feel that was in your,
So I'm gonna say really quickly. So if that's the case, Abby, that and since then you started feeling nausea, it could just be a period of integration or like, you know, reintegration. Because if something's taken out, the whole system needs to reintegrate, right?
Yeah.
and Abby, please check your doctor.
Okay.
Check.
I'm not fond
Honestly,
of doctors, I've got to say.
Yeah, I
Sorry?
know. She's not fond of doctors. Nobody is, but
Yeah,
sometimes we have
nobody
to.
is.
We have
But
to.
sometimes
it.
you need to, because then you rule out, if it's nothing, then you
Yeah.
rule it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you,
very
Abby.
welcome. We strengthen the power chakra, and I will do a bit of clearing on your womb too. To make sure the sacral it's also flowing both front and back and open. Ooh.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Abby.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're gonna go, whenever you're ready, we're gonna go to Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hello. Hi, Madelina
Hi.
and Alara. It's so
Hi.
nice to see you
Hi.
both.
Nice to see you, Cindy.
And I want you to know, Madelina, you've got such a wonderful energy about you, and you are just doing a fantastic job today for your first day. I love this. This is so wonderful.
Thank
You
you.
come through very, very empathetic, and just we're blessed to have you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you all of you, and to Alara, because she without her, we wouldn't be here.
So true. Yes. Thank you, Alara, for all that you do.
Oh, thank you. So what issue do you have, Cindy, if you have one that you
Yes,
want to
I
get looked
do
at?
have one actually. So I do feel very connected to Source. However, my relationships have not been the best. I have been married to my current husband for over 26 years. And I just don't feel like I get the love and support that I should. It feels more like a business partnership than a marriage. And sometimes I wonder, I even ask Source and my angels, I don't get a clear answer, but am I where I'm supposed to be? Or is there more happiness for me beyond this? I'm just kind of stuck, and it's been this way for some time. And as much as I try to practice my energy healing and being connected to Source and my guides, sometimes the turbulence in my relationship just blocks me from getting to experience happiness and where I would like to be. And I'm just wondering if you're receiving any messages from my angels or Source of why this is not the best of a relationship.
I get you have to grow, both of you grow through it. I get that he is design soulmate for you, and you both have to grow through it. I was immediately sent to the heart chakra, and so the heart is wounded, and I get to focus on yourself. Sorry, I get this. I know I got this before for you, but focus on yourself and your own heart, and send love to yourself, and your relationship will get better. So don't focus on him, focus on you, bring love to you. Every time we will do a process, and that will help. Every time you feel hurt, send love, connect with your heart, send love to yourself. Love yourself dearly, like you would like him to love you. And then imagine, how would you like him to, how would you like your relationship to be? and see it in your like lucid dreaming. See it exactly, like release the whatever the way it is, and see it exactly how you want it to be, as you are connected with the love in your heart. And then surrender to the divine, to your to Mother, Father, God, the divine source creator, and to the your angels and guides. Ask them to help you, and surrender the new relationship, the way you see it, that make you happy. Surrender to them and don't expect anything. Just surrender it. So first you release the old one, bless it and release it, and eventually think what gifts brought you, and imagine how you like the new one to be. And you can even sing after that. You may take a walk in nature, but sing, tap your feet to ground it, here. And then you also call on your angels, guides, and Mother, Father, God, and trust with no doubt that what's best for you will come along. Surrender it, no expectation after that. Trust with no doubt what's best for you will come. And usually it comes. And it comes in totally different way than you might think. But you'll recognize it. I don't know if it makes sense, but that worked for me. Yeah.
Are my spirit guides telling me that I should stay in this relationship? It can be very verbally abusive. And I don't know if this is healthy for me.
That's a decision that you have to make, like connect with your heart. And that's a decision that you have to make, but try, because sometimes it's like the ocean, sometimes it's very stormy, and many times it's calm. So first try what I recommended. Try to like imagine your relationship like you like to have it. Call for help for the divine and your guides, and then surrender the outcome. Just trust with no doubt that what's best for you will come, and then you will get your answer. You'll recognize it when you get your answer. You'll recognize it. You'll know. But I didn't get any strong recommendation or insight to separate. I didn't. I just see more like a stormy ocean, and that the storm will go away. So it might be hope.
Is this like any type of karmic connection that we have? Did we have other lifetimes together that maybe we're trying to make right in this lifetime?
I get yes. I feel it in my heart on the left side. I get yes.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Whenever you are in a relationship like a marriage or children, yes, these are definitely karmic. You've had lifetimes with these people before.
Sometimes
Okay.
I wonder, gee, what did I do to deserve this? Am I like making up for something other lifetimes ago? Maybe we're trying to correct something that wasn't right before, and now we're trying to do it again.
Exactly. And sometimes, you might have been the verbal abuser in the past and not him.
It happens. Yeah, we go.
Right. You have to get that we have had different relationships. Like he might have been your child in another lifetime, or he might have been your mother in another lifetime. It's not the same relationship, but this, so the soul is the same, but the relationship is different, right? We wear different bodies in each incarnation, right? But you have that connection with it because, of course, that's why you are in this marriage. And if it's verbally abusive, you have to address that. That is something that I will not put up with. You don't deserve that, regardless of what your story is, what your story was in the past. Yes, he's your soulmate or whatever happens to be, but still you deserve respect.
Yeah.
I have addressed that. Yes, I just wish that he would do better with that part.
And then at the you also have to ask yourself, like, okay, what is in my energy field that I hate to use the word attracting that, but that I'm allowing this to take place? What am I supposed to be learning here about this? Maybe it is to step into your power and say, no, this does not work for me anymore. Right?
Thank you for that. Yes, I need to step into my power. I need to take my power back. I feel a lot of times.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we, all of us as women, we have had to do that in this lifetime. I know I have. I mean, you know, everybody knows this is my third marriage. So obviously the first two didn't work, right? One was 2 years long, the other one was 18 years, you know, so a long time, 18, 19 years, but still it wasn't the right thing for me. So, but did I stick it out? Absolutely. Did I try and try? Absolutely. Did I, you know, all that stuff, right? But the first one was a not physically, emotionally, sexually abusive. And that one I got out of real fast.
That was like my first one too. And this is the second, and I would like to see it work. It can be verbally abusive, not physically. And that's almost just as bad, but yes,
it's just as bad. Yeah, absolutely. And so you have to put yourself first and your mental, physical, emotional, sexual well-being first.
Cindy,
Thank
did
you.
you try to connect, like to mention to him that doesn't feel good for you?
Oh, yes, all the time I let him know. And he does it anyway. He doesn't care about my feelings.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just, we have properties together, and sometimes I just leave the situation. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go in my own space until I can breathe it out, and then we try again.
Yeah. Or you try again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I try to
So heart and power chakra, and I will just send some BioEnergy to them. Heart and power chakra, solar plexus and heart. So you stay in your power, like don't give your power away.
Thank you.
It's not always about power, and I wanted this for everyone. It's not just about power. It's about you knowing that you're worth more, that you deserve more, you deserve different. Okay, so it's not always about the power thing, but it is about the deserving piece. So you start giving yourself what you're not receiving from him.
Yes, that makes sense.
And every time he's verbally abusive, turn that around to yourself so that you can, not take on what he's saying, but, reframe it for what works for you. And just start to see how that, when he starts to see that you're not being affected by it, he will change.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
He has to.
Sometimes
when your
I
energy
get my
and
phone
frequency
out.
Sorry, I was just don't bother, because he doesn't hear it, right? But as soon as you start changing your energy and frequency, his has to change.
Okay.
Okay, so when there's no resistance, there's no reaction, you're not fighting him, you're not, saying, oh my God, why are you doing this? Why are you talking to me like this? When you stop doing all of that, he has nothing to fight against.
Got it. Okay. So sometimes when I tell him, you're not worth me using my breath, so I'm like disconnecting right now. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. That's just it. If you can't respect me, then I no more to say to you at all. So maybe that's the best thing. And then that kind of puts it neutralizes it when I say, nope, not talking anymore, zipping the mouth, no more conversations. If we can't have a decent one.
As long as you feel safe. Okay. Always feel safe. If at any time you don't feel safe, you have to leave.
Yes.
Leave the property, leave the house, whatever, but always feel safe. Okay. So your safety on all levels is the most important. And this is for everybody. It's not just for Cindy, it's for everybody. Okay. So you're worth that. And so loving yourself, accepting yourself, caring for yourself means that I'm going to do what's right for me. To hell with everybody and everything else. I was going to say the F word, but I did not, because I was like, I'm live. Maybe I can't even say the H word. I'm not sure. But anyways, to heck with it, right? Put yourself first and you know, love yourself in that way, accept yourself in that way, and know that you're worthy. So I think the process that Madelina is going to do a little bit later in a little bit is going to also be helpful as well
Yeah.
for you.
Or
But I'm
Wonderful.
also not saying you have to leave, but I'm just saying start changing your response, have no response the best you can, and that will automatically force him energetically to shift his stance.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I guess he gets a little verbally abusive with our daughter too. I'll have to tell her to do the same thing, not to. It's a little
yeah.
different when you have a adult
for
daughter
sure.
too.
Yeah. Oh gosh. If somebody talked to my daughter like that, oh my God. I would not be quiet. I'm just saying. It's like I would not be quiet.
Is there
Anyways.
any advice for her? I mean, he shouldn't talk to his daughter that way, but sometimes, not all the time, but
So obviously
Um,
there's a lot
yeah.
going on with him personally, you know, emotionally, mentally, something is going on with him, and that's why he's lashing out. That's it, this abusiveness is about lashing out, right? And so he does not know how to express his feelings properly and is lashing out.
his anger management needs to be under control. Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yes.
Any advice for my daughter? Should she just not
Definitely definitely try not to react.
no
That's
react.
just gonna get him
Here,
going.
there you can talk with him, because then will be like it's not in between you two. Talk with him and explain to him why he shouldn't act.
Because that's
that
going to
way.
affect her emotionally, mentally, self-esteem, etc.
It has, yes.
Yeah.
And in
Okay,
general,
we'll have to talk about this some more, Cindy, but definitely there's a lot going on there.
Yes, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And you're doing, again, Madelina, a wonderful job today with all
thank
that you're
you.
doing. Thank you so much.
If you are very welcome. I just want to mention one thing very quickly. Call the divine, call the cosmic, from the cosmic heart. Call for him and for you. Call to be showered with love and compassion, both of you, because hurt people will hurt people. So he obviously is hurt and is hurting you. So ask Mother, Father, God to shower you and him with love and compassion, to shine the light. For you can offer it to his I am presence, because you cannot interfere. So you offer it to his I am presence and to yourself, like directly, to be showered with love and compassion and bring peace and harmony in your home. And say thank you. Bless both of us.
Thank you for that advice. Yes, I will definitely do that more often.
Yeah.
And if you have the which you might have the MP3 that I've done for the space, raising the vibration and clearing the space. I think you have that, so make sure you use that as well. Okay.
I will definitely. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, that'll help too. Yeah, thank you. I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry, guys. I just sometimes I just want all women to be in their power, yes, but also to know that they are worth more than what they're experiencing in life. That they are worthy of whatever it is that they desire, whatever they want to experience. And when someone is being abused in some way, I don't like it.
My soul needs to hear that. Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I'm here for you anytime. Just email me or message me, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Many
Awesome.
blessings
Thank
to you both.
Thank you. You too.
Lots of love. Lots of love.
To you as well. Thank you.
Big hug.
All right. Sorry, Madelina. I just took over the call for a little bit. I couldn't help it. Sometimes it happens.
Oh, that's okay. I know when it resonates with us, like when it resonates, when you go through that, went through that, it's like sharing the experience. It's the best thing you can do to help others. Yeah.
So I know Destiny has a question. And she wants, I know she wrote it in the chat, and then Cynthia has a quick question as well. Where is Destiny says, oh, there she is. Destiny, go ahead. So,
Hello.
So Madalina, can you do a quick scan of Destiny to see what's going on? There's always a lot going on. So what can you focus on today to help her?
Okay, sure. Hi, Destiny. I feel a very fiery energy going through all her body. Very unsettling. Ooh. Ooh. I will do a balance of your chakras, Destiny, all of them. Ooh, and everybody. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Ooh. Breathe in peace, love, and calmness. Sorry. Lots of dense energy to release. Breathe in peace, love, and calmness, and breathe out through the mouth all your tension with a sound. Ooh. See white light, white diamond light coming through your crown chakra, flashing all your system, flashing all your chakra channel, going through your head, your throat, your higher heart, thymus area, lower, like heart chakra, solar plexus. Just let the cooling white light flow through you. And we set the intent to flash all that is not in balance, in harmony, all is not longer serving, going to the solar plexus. At the solar plexus, breathe it in and out. Feel your solar plexus, your upper tummy with it. That is really hot. And then we go down, breathe in, peace, love, calmness, white light. Cooling, flashing to the Tantien, we just a bit down than the belly button, and then sacral, and see it as a wave of light going to the base chakra, down to your hips, feet, to the earth, straight down to the hardcore of Mother Earth, and see there. See that transmuted in love and light with rose loving energy, rose gold, loving energy of Mother Earth. And open to receive your fist, open the fist to receive Mother's Earth energy, silver, platinum, and rose light. Feeling up through all the layers. Open your fist chakra at the plant of your feet, through your ankles, lower leg, knees, upper leg, base chakra, hips. I feel lots of fiery energy, Destiny, in my solar plexus. So Mother's Earth energy, pink, white, silvery, platinum light, going to your sacral, flash the sacral with it, with the light, to the Tantien, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye. Feel it in all your head and your chest, and up through your crown, flowing like a fountain of light. White, pink, platinum, and gold that you received before from above. White and gold. Feel it in your aura field. sparkly, brighter and brighter, and open to receive it back to every cell, all the water in your bodies, all the spaces in between the cells. Breathe it in and out to bring balance and harmony for all the chakra, to strengthen them, to flow in clockwise direction, both to the front and to the back, and balance them so they work in harmony all together, perfect balance and harmony. And breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, and sit down in this energy for a bit. Gold, platinum, white, rose or light pink light, all around you, in all your cells, in spaces in between the cells, in water in your body, even the air in your lungs or the bowel, or even the air is filled up with all the golden light. Tell me how you feel. You feel better, Destiny?
I do. Thank you.
I felt
I'm
lots
grateful
of
for that.
fire coming from you.
I'm sorry.
I felt lots of fiery energy coming from you. So we cool you out a bit.
Yeah, so you feel better now, Destiny?
I do. Thank you, Alara. Thank you, Madelina.
You are
Thank
very
you.
welcome.
Awesome,
Very
thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, that was a strong process. I was yawning throughout the whole thing, so
I was yawning too, to be honest.
thank you.
Moving the energy, we moved the energy.
Oh, still yawning. All right, there was a quick question in the chat from Cynthia. She said, I can't read now. If Madelina could read the status of my blockages to prosperity or relationship with my mentor of nearly a decade. GA, I don't know. What GA is.
Relationship with what? Sorry?
With her mentor, teacher, mentor.
To prosperity and relationship with the mentor. Okay, the prosperity force, the I feel the root chakra kind of empty, like no energy to it. Are you mostly dreamy, like not really grounded, not really connected? Because you cannot get prosperity if you are not grounded in the physical body. I feel you are ungrounded kind of way. Does it resonate with you? I don't feel you grounded.
So can you ground all of us? Because I think none of us, we always hear this. I always hear that you're not grounded. You're not grounded. It's like, oh my God.
Okay, so we take a deep breath in. We take a deep breath in and out, and have the left hand on your heart chakra and the right hand, and we will do some grounding when I do the process too, like the heart smile process, but very quickly. So left hand on your heart chakra and right hand on your solar plexus, and have your hand with open fingers like that. So this one, big one face up, like will be going up, and the little one goes down. So it's aligning you for both hands. So use that mudra as much as you can. And take a deep breath in, breathe through the heart, and breathe out. Ooh, and send all that out breath to your base chakra. So you ground in your body first, in between your legs. So base chakra, right? The perineal area in between your legs. So take a deep breath in through the heart, and push down the breath in your exhale through the mouth. You exhale directly into your base chakra. And connect with your base chakra as you exhale, and do that 2, 3, 4 times. And then feel, sorry for my noise, you can do that too, because that release your tension from your body. So breathe into your heart, right where your upper palm is, and breathe out through your base chakra. Ooh. And focus your awareness in there, in the middle part of your body, your heart and the base chakra. Oh. And then after you do this 3-4 times, as much as you need it, I'm trying to come more forward so you see me. Then you keep your hands like me right now at the waist level, and take one more deep breath in through the nose, and you push it down with your hands, and your breath, you push it down with your intent through your feet, through your feet, like your hips, lower body, hips, knees, lower leg, feet. Directly you feel like a magnet gluing into the air, and you push it down, actually like a wave, right into the middle of the earth. So you breathe few times, like I mentioned. Breathe in through the nose into the heart, breathe out through the mouth into the base chakra few times. And when you feel grounded in the body, you just put your hands, we use our hands to amplify the energy, and basically to by really doing the motion, you help yourself connect physically, connect with the air. So you, from the waist, you push it down in your exhale, push down the energy like a wave or like a light beam, you can send it. Light beam, if you like, or a wave of the ocean, send it down straight to the center of Mother Earth, and feel your plants of the feet grounded, like sticking like magnets on the earth surface. And you can set the intention to connect with the 5D earth-like grids, or beyond 5D, or directly with the 12D earth-like grids. I love the 12D ones. They are accessible. I believe 13 is accessible now for us. 13D. It's
Awesome. Thank you.
So you can do that.
All right. How was that? Did that resonate? How did that resonate with you, Cynthia, and anybody else? Did you do the process with us as we were doing the grounding? So grounding is key still. It's very important for us because we're physically here for the physical body. In order to create, manifest, have prosperity, we have to be grounded. We have to be here. Okay.
Yeah, grounded in the physical body, and then grounded to the earth.
Yeah.
And you can drink some water, because drink water, eating and drinking grounds. As you do that motion, you swallow, it really grounds you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people are saying that they definitely experienced that. Good. Okay, so I want to take a moment, Madelina, and talk about the packages that you have. So I'm just going to share my screen. Give me a moment. A second, and then we'll talk quickly about the packages. I know we've already gone over time. So it's like I was talking too much.
I love you talk. I love you. We share together.
Absolutely. All right. So there are. There we go. It should be visible now. So Madelina has two packages, package A and package B, and yeah. So let's talk about these packages quickly, Madelina.
Sure. So package A is made up of 4 items and the bonus. So the first item is 1 hour, so 2 hours in total, 2 of 1 hour group remote distance transmission, not in person. What I mean with that is that at a certain time, I will do a remote healing, clearing, and your intention energizing process of 1 hour for everybody. And the description, you will find the description in the offer, in package offer or special offer that Alara will post there. So there's more to say about that, but we will do those two remote, silent, distance sessions. We'll do them over the future eclipses. So we'll have a total solar eclipse. Actually, it's a hybrid eclipse. We'll have that, so we'll have both total solar and something called annular eclipse. We'll have, and that's very special, like that combination is very special. And that will be on April 19 in North America. And there will be, I think, on the 30th in Europe and other parts of the globe. So that will be the first one, and second one will be a partial lunar eclipse. So with lunar eclipses, we all have, like in between the eclipses, we always have lots of emotions that shows up, and lots of emotions that has to be released. And our session, like the distant transmission, distance session, will help you with that. And during the solar eclipse, the first one, we have a good opportunity to look at what does not help in our life anymore. And as the sun will shine on our own life, like the way we live it now, and to lighten up what for us to see what does not help anymore, what does not serve, and we also receive lots of insights, like personally through the energy that it's shining through us during the eclipse, lots of insights of how would we like our life to be. So it favorizes the new beginnings. It's just after that, then with the moon, that it's always connected with the water and the feminine and emotions, and also will be connected with Scorpio, which is all about emotions, suppressed emotions, secrets, and transforming what does not help anymore into, like it's past the it's the same like death and rebirth, because it's governed by Pluto. So death and rebirth, death of the old and rebirth of the new. So that will be really critical, like the second one, and all the suppressed emotions or situations or anything that is not working will come in between. So how I will help with that is to clear your energy, and I will have you send me your new intention, and I will energize your new intention. And I will do that remotely, so not in person, but at the specific time you can lay down if you like. I added a prayer in my letter for you, and you can say the prayer and open to receive the energy, and relax, open to receive any insights. If you are working or you are sleeping, then you can say the prayer before you go to work or before to go to sleep, and open to receive the energies. Lots of support. I also will send you 2 emails with information about the 2 eclipses and the energy updates about that. Yes.
Awesome. And then item number 2.
Number 2, it's our daily guided meditation. So we work with ascended masters and archangels and Mother, Father, God, Divine Creator, to release our fears and our limiting beliefs, to heal our masculine and feminine wounds, to connect with our soul and higher self, and disconnect from the 3D, 4D light grids, come into balance and harmony, and embody more of our soul light, soul love, and connect with and expand our vibration to a 5-dimensional earth and beyond. And I would recommend you to, after we finish, to just have a look at the offer, because I put lots of details in it, So basically that will be the meditation for woods clearing, and it's the longer one, the 42 minutes, and that I would recommend you to do before the eclipses. That will really help. And then also we have I attached a practice meditation, the violet flame of transmutation practice meditation. So a short practice that you can do very quickly once you get used to it, to remove, like transmute all the shadows. Like if you feel fear, if you feel guilt, if you feel anything that is less than love, you can use this meditation to transmute it in love and light, and open to receive like a more golden diamond rainbow light, and connect with the divine in your soul, like open to receive higher light, and love, and replace whatever does not work for you, and that sin did not work for you. Replace whatever is not serving you with what you like to receive, achieve, realize, how your life you would like to be. So you replace it with that using the quick process. It's a quick process, it's not wrong.
And then item number 3.
Realign with your heart. This is here. I didn't mention in this call, but same like other people will use like language, I'm using sound frequencies. I'm using tuning forks and singing bowl to remove and bring into, to remove dense energy and bring it into balance, like bring our energetic systems into balance, like the chakras, the aura fields, unblock the meridians. So the sound can do that. The sound can bring you in balance and harmony with ease and grace. Like every part of our body, every organ, it has a certain frequency that can be transmuted in sound and actually in color too. But we want to work with colors here, we will work with sound. So by using the corresponding healthy sound for that special for that part of the body, the chakra, the aura fields, and the chakras are connected to certain organs too. So using the right frequency will bring them into balance, will unblock your energy, will clear your aura fields too, and all together will uplift your vibration and bring you to harmony, and where your body and energetic fields, when they are in harmony, then when regeneration happens, then when you can you'll feel better, you'll feel uplifted. So all those instruments bring more white light into your chakra channel, aura field. And if you listen without headphones in your house too, so that helps. There will be lots of details there. You can use that one to also let go of what no longer serves. I think that was the 528 hertz. Love transmutation, so you transmute what does not longer help. Love transmutation and miracles. And some people, there were experiments done. Some people will consider that that frequency, 528 frequency of love, also is sacred solfeggio tone. It can help with DNA repair. So they use it in golf to grill the BP oil spoil long again, kind of, and it worked. Yeah. So
And then there's a Sacred Heart love activation practice as well.
yes, we do that. That is even easier and shorter than the other practice, and it will bring you to love by certain declarations, like very quick declarations that you will do. So when you feel you step out of love into fear, when you are triggered, the same like Alara has said, you wouldn't be triggered if you wouldn't carry that wound. Like,
Yeah.
if you, it doesn't matter, is this lifetime, from this lifetime, past lifetimes, is from our lineage, doesn't matter, you still carry it. So the point is to transmute it, be aware of it, feel the emotion, bring it, accept yourself, send love to yourself and to others to forgive and allow yourself to be yourself and allow others to be themselves, to give
Absolutely.
permission to you and to them to be who they are.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, step back into love.
And item number 4 is remember your soul heritage.
So this is just I recorded in January after I came from Peru. And this one is just a very brief 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes of my own insights about the energy, like a very brief energy update of this year, which is number 7, universal year. Number 7, it's and year that will enlighten more and connect the heaven with earth, so our soul with our physical body more. And my insights that will, my intent is for you to reawaken your soul remembrance, so of who we are, who we are at our core, our essence. Yeah,
that's important. And then the second part of this is the biofield and chakras balancing and tune up.
Okay, that's a very short one that you can do daily. It's you just listen to it. I'm not talking over it at all. In this one, the rest of them I will, they are more like meditation. I will talk over them. But this one, it's only sound. So we use 7 crystal balls, like 432 frequency that connects you with the universe, with the nature and the heartbeat of Mother Earth, and brings you in balance and harmony with the universe and the earth itself. And 528 hertz we talked before. It's also the 881 to bring more love, help you transmute what's no longer helping, and do bring miracles in your life. And this is only 2 minutes, 23 seconds. So let the sound flow through you. And I said from down up because I was playing the crystals ball. I start with the root chakra one. You will see them in the picture, and you see the colors correspond with the chakras, except last one, which is the 528, the love one. So you just feel the sound coming from the center of the Mother Earth up for this one, and you just let it flow through you and like just go out through your crown chakra like a fountain. It's very quick. You can do it twice daily, and no talk on it, no voiceover, and you will just get the energy and clear. And if you do it loud, it will clear your house to bring it in balance and harmony. All of them will do that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Bring more white light in your house too. Yeah.
And then there's the bonus light body and heart upgrades.
So this is a fun for me because I saw the Northern Lights. So this is a record. I talk a bit, like probably half of it, and introduce it, and then I have a record of videos and photos of Northern Lights that I saw personally in the night of 7 to 8 August 2022, so the last most recent Lions Gate portal. And I transmit the energy and downloads that I received them at that time. And during the Lions Gate, usually the planet, like the star Sirius, the blue star Sirius, it's aligned with the galactic central, our Giza to Orion Belt, to our sun, and to our Giza pyramid, and downloading the new codes of the new galactic year. We just happened. New galactic year it starts on 26th of July. So just happened like not even 2 weeks before. So it downloads that into it, and I receive them then, and I just transmit them to you as this video and the Northern Lights, and with all the downloads and energies included there. It was very magical, and think of it, usually Northern Lights don't show too much in the summer, but they did. I mean, lately they do, because the energies are so high and that sun is so active, they do lately, but before you wouldn't see them in Canada like from, I don't know, April to October or so, but now you do. Now they are very active, they are beautiful. Yeah.
So I was going to say quickly, package A is 2 and 3 part payment plans are available. And of course, if you are an Inner Circle member, please do use your 10% or 25% gift code. And then package B includes everything in package A plus a session with Madelina, a 45-minute private one-on-one session, which, you know, as well as a 15-minute pre-session that she starts to do the scanning of you, and then the 45-minute live with you. So it's kind of like what we did today, but more in depth, right?
Yes, it's very in depth, and it's different in the sense that we'll get more insights. I usually get insights before the session, so I like to mention for clarity the 15 minutes. They are not on the call. The 15 minutes I will connect and get the insights for you and scan your field, so we don't spend that time in the live session. And the live session, we'll spend it 45 minutes, we'll spend it together. And what's different in it, there will be more details, more personal, because I couldn't go in personal details, very personal details today. More personal, and also will include, once we'll discuss, we'll talk together, then we'll include a very intensive and extensive bioenergy, chakra, and biofield clearing with tuning forks, sacred solfeggio tuning forks, and angel tuning forks, body tuners, and crystal balls. And that is very experiential feeling, and really feels really good, like really get relaxed and get a good clearing and balancing of your energy field. Please read like the instruction, like when we close today, if you like to just go over all the details, because I provided a lot of details there, so you'll get a better idea about the package and what it's offering. But yeah, it will include that process, and that really helps.
And so package B, again, of course, the 2 and 3 part payment plans are available as well. The gift code, if you're an Inner Circle member, there's some wonderful testimonials to also read on the page for you to look at again. So again, there's lots of wonderful items in both packages. So please do take advantage of them and work with Madelina one-on-one if you can. And now we are still going to do, there's still a process that we want to do, Madelina, right?
Yes, we do a process. I recommend to grab a glass of water, probably all of us, because I feel like very desiccated, like dehydrated.
We've been talking a lot.
Yeah, let's get a glass of water, like stretch a bit, and I will be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, and so Madelina is going to do a process.
Or less,
yes.
Yeah.
So Madelina is going to do a process which is very short, but will be, I'm sure, very powerful, just like the other processes that she has done today on the call with all of us. So please do grab some water, have a sip of water, and then we'll do this short little process. I think it's only like less than 5 minutes, but it's going to be powerful as all of the other processes have been. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. I was going to just read up a little bit on it so I can tell you a little bit about what the process is going to be. Because you know me, I can talk a lot. Yeah, so it's called a Heart Smile Soul Spark Activation Process. So it's, you know, we're talking about activating the soul spark. We're talking about the heart chakra. We're talking about love. We're talking about, you know, the wound of separation and all that wonderful stuff. So this is going to assist us in being more heart-centered and activating our soul spark, which is our divine connection essence of who we are, right? So I'm just reading some of the comments in the chat from the last process, because I don't think I read them out loud. And Anita said, I definitely felt the energy in my hands. Cynthia, very powerful. Cindy was beautiful, thank you. Palpable power, yes. Yes, when we were doing the grounding, palpable power, absolutely.
Thank you. I drank all my water, so I had to get new one. And I believe because I feel a lot, everybody might be a bit dehydrated.
Yeah, of course. We've been talking a lot, so definitely we need some water. All right, so you're going to do the process now, right? The Heart Smile Soul Spark Activation Practice.
Yes, and I will have everybody standing for this one. It will work better standing, I believe. I mean, you can sit too, but that process, this process, the Heart Smile process, the Heart Smile process will connect you, will bring you back to your heart in a very easy, simple way, and open your heart, and will connect you with your higher mind and soul tie too very quickly, and ground and bridge them together, and then ground you up to the great central sun or divine mother, father, God, and down, or cosmic heart, if you want to name it that way, and down to the center of the mother earth. And I will it's just about standing. It's not too much, doing too much movement, but it's just about standing so the energy will flow through us easier. And let me see if I can a bit see better. Is better. And the only thing I will ask you to do is to put again, use your hand, left, right, which one you want, to direct the energy up, like the spreaded fingers will cover both your regular heart, the heart chakra, and the sacred heart at the thymus here. And then this finger, the big one, will direct up the energy, and the other one down as much as you can. So we take a deep breath in and out, and we breathe in peace, love, and calmness. And breathe out all the tension. Breathe in a golden white light going through your crown chakra, your neck, your face, your neck, your on the back, on the front, and your thymus and your heart. Receive it in the heart. Breathe it in, and breathe out the golden light down to your solar plexus, sacral, base, down to your feet, to the center of the Mother Earth. So as we breathe in and we breathe out, we see ourselves in a golden white column of light connecting up with the great central sun and the cosmic heart at the galactic center. It's also connecting us with our soul, higher self, I am presence, and down to the heart core of Mother Earth. And we see this column of white golden light shining bright, as white as our body, or even wider if you like. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe in and breathe out, connect with your heart. Breathe through the heart, breathe in through the heart, breathe out to the heart. And feel your heartbeat. And remember how much your heart was there for you since before you were born. It beat for you tiredly, with no, without any tireless. It breathed for you tireless. It was serving you. It was always there for you. And as you feel that and remember that, feel the gratitude and love for your heart, which always been there for you. Feel the love for your heart. And as you feel the love, see a golden, sunny, big ball of light. As you send the gratitude and love to your heart, see the gold ball of light from your heart shining brighter and brighter. And breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in and breathe out, it grows bigger and bigger and bigger until it fills all your aura field, all around you. Breathe in and breathe out. And connect with your heart and shine the love, the gratitude for your heart. And see your heart smiling. See a huge, happy, smiling, sunny face in the middle of your chest. So same like the happy face emoji. Big, smiling. And breathe in and feel the love and breathe out and send all that love to your heart and inner aura field. Breathe in, feel the love, and send out the love. And as you do that, smile, big, huge smile, lightening your face. Big, huge smile, lightening your heart. Smile, really, really smile, big, big smile. And feel the energy. Feel your muscles are lifted up. Feel uplifted. I feel uplifted. Feel uplifted. So happy face in your heart, big smile on your face, and see a bridge of golden light connecting the two. Breathe in and breathe out and see the bridge of rainbow light going up to the heaven, to the great center sun, to the cosmic heart, and see going straight down to the Mother Earth, through your hips, legs, feet, down straight to the Mother Earth heart core. And may the rainbow light column as wide as your body or even wider. Wider than your golden bubble of light, the aura field. And breathe in this energy, keeps the smile on your face and the smile on your heart, like the happy face on your heart. And breathe in and breathe out in this energy. Breathe in and breathe out. And let me know how it feels. So
Wonderful. Thank you. No, that was awesome. I feel more full of vitality.
That's what it feels. It was a bit longer and not so like not very seem like it wasn't so like the steps were longer. But what I want to mention, when you are, to make it the simplest possible, when you are in a situation when you are triggered, just get aware of it. You need to get aware of it and choose to pause. Choose to pause. So don't go for the reaction. Don't react. Don't talk with the person. Don't react. Let them speak if they are still speaking. You just put your hand on your heart. You can do that even if they are there, because it's not something very unusual. Put your hand on your heart. Pause. Recognize the situation that it's triggering you. Pause. Take the breath in, the heart, out to your heart. And then I usually feel better with my right hand doing that. And see, send love to your heart. So just remember, if I'm triggered now, if I react, I will just hurt myself. Instead of hurting myself, I'll just love myself. I don't receive the love from outside, but I have the power to send the love for me. So say love to your heart. See a big sun in your heart with the emoji smiling, happy face. Really, you can see it instantly. You put your hand on the heart, see it instantly, and smile. And then you got immediately the bridge of connection, rainbow light, bridge of connection in between. And just by breathing there, you send it up, you send it down. And if you have to excuse, you can excuse, go to washroom and do that. You can do it extremely quick and breathe it into it. So hand on the heart, remember that you'll hurt yourself if you will react. Just send love to you and see the happy face in the heart. See, smile, really smile, and immediately you get the bridge of connection, the rainbow bridge, and then extend it with your breath, extend it up, extend it down, and sit there for a while. And you can make it wider than your body, like the rainbow bridge. It's a straight down rainbow. It's not curved, it's straight down. You are in a column of light. So, yeah. And if you do that, your smile counts very much. You really need to smile because that uplifts you. It will shift immediately your vibration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just remember to do it.
Yes. Even if you don't feel like smiling, smile anyways. It will change. It will change your frequency and vibration. Absolutely.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. One thing I like to say, so when we are upset, when we are stressed, when we are reacting, lots of chemicals will be released in our body that will like bring aging and disease and discomfort to us. So it's good to get the good chemicals, so to uplift even when it's hard for us. It's very hard, it's true, it's very hard. But try this happy face on the heart, smile on your face, and rainbow light going from the heaven to the earth, and just breathe there and you feel better. You'll feel better. It really helps.
Absolutely. Thank you. And there's some wonderful comments in the chat. Cynthia says, wow, this entire interview has been a series of healing opportunities, abundant blessings and gratitude. Laura and Madelina, your insights and light brightened my way. And that's so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cindy.
And Linda sent some hearts and the happy face as well, smiling emoji. Manisha says, thank you, Laura and Madelina. Amazing call, amazing process. So many nuggets. Thank you for offering me the opportunity. So, wow, I love the grounding process and offering love to oneself to raise one's vibration. Absolutely. It's the easiest, quickest thing you can do, right? So please do. Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Madelina. This was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone, too. Thank you for having me here, Alara.
Yes, absolutely. And so, of course, if you'd like to work with Madelina, please do take advantage of the 2 packages. There are 2 and 3 part payment plans available, as well as the, if you're in the inner circle, use your gift code for the 10% or 20%, 25% offer. Right. So thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for all your questions, everyone, all your feedback. It's so appreciated. And we love you all. You know, I was a bit more vocal today because just what Cindy brought up, I was like, oh my God, I have to say something. Anita says, thank you for the beautiful meditation and for this blessed time. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you, Juanita.
And Cindy says, thank you so much, Laura and Madalena. This has been a very wonderful meeting today. Good. I'm glad.
Thank you all.
We're here to support you.
Here. Thank you.
Awesome. So it's Friday. So have a great weekend. So until next time, everyone, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, Madalena.
Thank you.